little bit of a let's play here. It's a game called The Sinking City. I've been playing a game called Call of Cthulhu with one of my friends recently, and this game's kind of similar, and I kind of wanted to see how a let's play would turn out on PS5, so here we go. Okay, I saw a violently jerking boat. That I can see for sure. Okay, this is a dream sequence. And, ooh, arc flashbacks. That's a giant squid. That is not a giant squid. That is an eldritch creature. What do you do? Call to the void, I guess. No reason to do that. That's terrifying. First aid kit and a brick. And a gun, apparently. Standard 1911, I guess.
Hope I never have to use it, but something tells me I will.
Alright, now I got my Colt. Dear Charles Reeves, you requested I research the outburst of hysteria envisioned in the city of Oakmont, Massachusetts. It turns out that your assumptions were correct. Such cases are indeed more frequent here, and the women from across the country are drawn to Oakmont, haunted by visions similar to yours. A city drowning, the presence of something great yet unknown. As luck has it, I believe we have stumbled upon the source of your ailment, the person who might help you with it. Prepare yourself and come to Oakmont as soon as you can. I will meet you here to help you on your way. Cordially, Johannes Vanderberg. Thanks, Johannes. So, I'm investigating insanity in dreams.
Never trust a tourist advertisement.
Oakmont Monolith National Park. Monolith National Park. Even the tourist attractions are eldritch. Or coil springs. Crafting system. What up, sailor guy?
Now get out!
Alright, well, fuck you too. Triangle to climb.
At last, Mr. Charles Reed. What a pleasure to finally meet you in the flesh.
Nice to meet you.
Johannes Vanderberg, at your service. I did promise to meet you the moment you arrived.
Ah, much obliged, Mr. Vanderberg. I guess I didn't expect you to mean so literally.
Please
I sound
call
a bit
me
like
Johannes. But where are my manners? Welcome to the proud city of Oakmont. Alas, now is not its finest hour. though it is its most important.
I vibe with this guy's drip, but just the yellows put me off. Now let's talk about
That's
his
an
drip.
eye-catching suit.
Thank you, Mr. Reed. A mere flood is no excuse for one to abandon one's style.
I take it you're a big fan of yellow.
Well, I have a particular weakness for it. Call it a personal quirk.
Personal quirk and weakness for the color yellow. That's sus, my guy.
Reaching Oakmont was no easy task. Most maps I've found didn't mark it, and this rickety packet ship is the only one that sailed here. Why is that?
Oakmont is no ordinary place. Its unique geographical position and the flood, a recent natural disaster, make it nigh impossible to reach. But you made it, Mr. Reed. I'm sure the tides of
Here's to
fate will
praying the
approach you
flood is
here
more
one
of a
way
water
or
flood
another.
and not a halo flood, because that's not great.
Tell me about this flood.
It began 6 months ago. Storms
Okay.
raged for several weeks.
Not alien
And
parasites?
the water has risen ever higher
Flood.
without receding. Now the city is cut off from the mainland. I must say I rather like it, despite the inconvenience. Atmosphere, you know?
You said you know someone who can help me with my problem. The visions have been getting worse.
Such vividness of dreams is not uncommon here in Oakmont. By chance, the man I spoke of, Robert Throgmorton, is already at the port. He is dedicated a
Throgmorton?
lot of
Like
time and
my cousin
effort to
Throgmorton from
investigate this
Common
issue.
Core Math?
Alas, I fear he has a more pressing matter on his hands.
How can I find Mr. Throgmorton?
Don't worry, you can't miss him.
It's like Throgmorton.
Throgmorton
but
tends to
caveman.
stand out from the crowd.
Okay then.
Can you tell me a little about Mr. Throgmorton?
A remarkable creature, scion of a robust bloodline, a philanthropist, a scholar, and the patron of the famous Oakmont University. A man of great ambitions and even greater ego. Do not make him wait.
I'll need a place to lay my head while I'm here. Any recommendations?
Fear not, I've already feathered a nest for you. There's a room in your name at the Devil's Reef Hotel. Here's the key.
Sounds charming.
Don't judge a book by its cover,
The
Mr. Reed.
Devil's Reef? Or like the Devil's Reefer. Give me some.
What's the
Please.
best way to get around Oakmont? I'd like to drop my things at the hotel.
Most locals go by foot or by boat. I've got the latter sorted for you. There's one waiting outside the port.
You're too kind, Johannes. Can you steer me towards the Devil's Reef?
Take this map. I've marked the hotel and a few other key places.
Other places? Like what?
You're a private eye, yes? Well, I've highlighted the police station, city archive, newspaper, places you'll need to get to the truth. This city is insular, its ways mysterious. No one will take you by the hand, so you better know where to turn in search of a lead.
How do you fill your days, Mr.
This
Vanderberg?
guy's like
I host a philosophy
the
club
best
for the
video
like-minded
game starting guy of
intelligentsia,
all time.
gathering
Gave me a
seeds
map
of
of
thought,
a fucking hotel
like
room.
moths drawn to a flame.
Explained the
Oakmont
whole
really
place for
have
me,
much
gave
of
me
a
all
market
kinds
for
of
philosophy
exposition. I
these
like this
days.
guy.
There is no consciousness without pain, Mr. Reed. No better moment for clarity than times of hardship.
Well, that's it for now, I think. Thanks for helping me get my bearings.
No, no. The pleasure was mine, Mr. Reed.
Oh, before you go, how can I get in touch with you later?
Don't worry about that. I'm the kind of man who finds you.
That's not unsettling at all. Okay, thanks, Doug. Press for more information. Map. Okay, I get it. There's the map. Okay. Oh, I'm not done with evidence on the ship, apparently. Oakmont City Port. Zoom out a bit. Okay. There's Devil's Reefer, the Weed Hotel. Newspaper, police department, hospital, asylum. That's probably. Oh yeah, this is like the 1920s, so that's that kind of asylum. Library. Oh, that's the university. Oh, there's a whole university. That's City Hall. And that's about it so far. I guess this boat might be for traveling. This seems like a Venice kind of city. Okay, let's go check the boat again to see what we missed. Da-da-da-da.
Never trust a tourist advertisement.
Yeah, what did I miss? I like investigation mode. That looks like an interactable. Is that not an interactable? I'm guessing that's the evidence
Never
I
trust a tourist advertisement.
need. I want to let me get it. Yeah, that's an icon. Maybe I need to light it up so I can see it better. Do I have a light? That's not what I want. Oh. That's what I had to do. I had to take a picture of them. That wasn't too hard to figure out. Load my pistol. Take this brick. Beat someone over the head with this. Beat you, bitch. Alright, let's go find Throckmorton, the Common Core math guy. I'm assuming you're Throckmorton.
I don't care about your petty excuses.
Throckmorton's
No
a
one leaves the
monkey.
port until my son is found, and
Okay.
that is fine.
Excuse me. Are you Robert Throgmorton?
I am, but not interested. Go away.
The name's Charles Reed. I'm a private investigator, just arrived from Boston. I was told you might be able to help me.
Private investigator, you say? Well, perhaps we can help each other.
If I may ask, what happened to your son?
Why do you care? What's your angle, outsider?
Well, like I said, I'm a PI. Finding people is kind of my specialty.
Is it? Well, Albert was part of a deep-sea expedition I commissioned. This useless fool over here says he found Albert washed ashore in a lifeboat. Says he was barely conscious, out of his mind, talking gibberish in some other language. That he even tried to bite him.
And you don't believe him?
Complete malarkey.
Lovecraft,
I know
so
my Albert. I
speaking
raised
another
him
language is probably
strong
like that
and
Cthulhu
smart,
Lillian
the
language.
best of his kind. It
The
couldn't
language
have
of the
been
old
him.
gods
Albert's
that
disappearance is the work
human
of
beings aren't supposed to be
Innsmouthers.
able to
Mark
pronounce.
my words.
Innsmouthers?
I take it you're not the biggest fan of these Innsmouthers.
Those fish-faced freaks have overrun this city since the police burned Innsmouth to the ground. But now, those filthy migrants occupy half this damned city. The port, Grimhaven Bay, Salvation
Fish-faced
Harbor,
freaks
the
is if you're
shells.
not a gorilla-faced
They
freak.
are everywhere.
My guy.
So they're just refugees.
Hardly. They've taken work from the local fishermen. They stir and agitate against us, the Throgmorton family. We are the pillar of this community, not to mention that crime rates have skyrocketed. Simply speaking, they are a big stinking pile of trouble.
Please forgive the question, but I've never met a man quite like you before.
That's because no man measures up to the Throgmorton lineage. Proud and powerful blood
This guy's
flows through
xenophobic
our
as fuck.
veins. My father united with a certain royal family, which has blessed all our offspring with these exquisite features.
Excuse
I've heard you're the man to speak to about visions, outbreaks of hysteria. I'm trying to get to the bottom of it myself.
Another newcomer with another problem. Yes, I know what you speak of.
Can I ask you a few questions?
How dare you? My son Albert is missing, and no one in this Innsmouth-ridden city will do a damn thing. But yes, let's talk about your dreams.
And my aspirations.
Mr. Throgmorton, let me help you. I'm rather good at tracking down missing people. I'll find Albert.
What makes you think you can do it? Oakmont is not exactly friendly to new arrivals.
Let's just say I tend to see things that others miss. And anyway, what have you got to lose? Sounds like you could use every man you can get.
Vera. You have a point, newcomer.
Vera sounds really AM.
Sorry, did you just say Vera? What is
It
that?
has a lot of
You had better get
apostrophes
used to
in
the
language.
Oakmont dialect, outsider. That is, if you want to fit in. It is a fascinating blend. Vera means fine. I was saying, we have a deal.
I see. Thank you. I need to know more about what happened to Albert.
Dane, did you not listen at all? I already told you everything. After leaving on the expedition, Albert was
Dane?
found on the shore in a lifeboat. This fisherman supposedly brought him to their house, and then left to call me. But when I arrived here, my son was nowhere to be seen.
Anything else?
Clearly, something suspicious occurred inside the house. I suggest you stop dawdling and go see for yourself.
As much as I'm enjoying the weather, Mr. Throgmorton, it's time for me to get started.
Find my son, newcomer, and be quick about it.
Okay. Can I question any of these guys? Okay.
Don't do
cop.
anything stupid, newcomer, and keep your hands where I can see them. Don't do anything stupid, newcomer, and keep your hands where I can see them.
What about
I've
you,
said
Doc?
everything I know. I've said everything I know.
Okay. You're useless. Maybe I should ask him where's the boat is, because...
I gave you clear instructions, did I not?
Huh. Man, yeah, I should have asked him that. Kinda wanna start where he dropped off. Is it over here? Yes, it is.
Where's your Oberon, huh, Titania?
I do not get that reference.
Something with this helmet gives me chills. What's wrong with it?
There's just that. Albert's will. I hope someone finds this. My name is Albert, and this is my will. I want to warn you. Don't go to the depths below Oakmont. There's unreadable. We should have never done that. Everything should have remained in that cave. Professor, I fear what will become of me. It's singing in my brain, dancing on my islands every time I close my eyes. The cycle goes on and on and on and on and on and on and on. In the end it comes. I must warn everyone. I must tell my father. He's here. Who is here? All evidence collected? Okay.
Can't
What's
catch a mackerel since those Innsmouthers took over the fishing business.
You like it here, newcomer? Well, get used to it. No one leaves Oakmont nowadays.
Okay. Okay. Time to do the house, I guess. R3 to toggle flashlight. Okay. Ooh. This game actually looks really nice. Miles better than Call of Cthulhu. Even though I enjoy Call of Cthulhu, thus far, the graphics are a bit lackluster compared to this.
Huh. This dog mat looks better than the owner's bed.
Agreed. That's an annoying system. Okay. I have to hold X to search instead of just tapping it.
The book is damp and damaged, but clearly well cared for.
Those are two contradictory statements. Any those fetch cannot scan the pushed. Greetings, sir.
Let's see what you find, newcomer.
It would take tremendous effort to move this thing, let alone tossing it over like this.
It's a shelf. Pretty sure people can push over shelves.
There was a fierce fight here, but someone tried to flee.
Okay.
Hello? Hey, can you hear me?
Oh, my head.
Nice green eyes, buddy.
Who are
Match
you?
shirt.
Are you police? I've already told them everything.
It's okay. I'm Charles Reed, Private Eye. Mr. Throgmorton hired me to find his son.
Oh, okay. What do you want?
I want to know what happened here. Every detail.
I don't remember much. Me, Paul, and Lewis. We were here. This is our house. Barry was outside, on his business. Then he came back carrying Throgmorton's son. He was unconscious, barely breathing. Barry left again to call Mr. Robert.
Then what?
We put the guy in Lewis's room. Then he started to make these horrible sounds and... okay. My head began to burst, and he woke up. And after that, I don't remember a thing, just dreams. Drowned streets, a sleeping giant, a voice that called me.
That sounds familiar. Tell me about yourself.
Name's Will Hammond. I'm a fisherman. We all are. Live here together. Me, poor fella Paul, Barry, and Innsmouther Lewis Flynn. We moved here after the flood. I worked on the railroad, but the rail ain't kicking anymore.
Couple of
so
broskies,
I started
roommates,
fishing. It was at or starve.
fishing together.
Where are all the other guys?
That's Paul there on the floor. Kay be with him. Barry's outside with Mr. Throgmorton. Lucky rascal missed everything. And I have no idea what Lewis or Throgmorton's son got to. Starting to suspect the worst.
Do you know how Paul died?
I don't know. When I pulled myself together, he was already gone. Kay have mercy on his soul.
Who is this K you keep mentioning?
Outsiders, show some respect. Kay is our lord, our light, our love.
Sorry, I didn't know.
So
I'll
K
leave
is
it
a
to
good
it.
god.
Take care of yourself.
First time he said
Please,
K, he
Detective,
said, "Oh, K."
sir.
Yeah, there he goes again.
Tell me the truth.
Sounds like he's just saying okay
Could it
weird.
be me? Did I kill Paul?
Weird.
Or Kay? Did I kill him?
I don't know yet, Will. The police will stop anyone coming
Okay,
in around
did I
here,
kill
so
him?
I suggest you just try and get some rest.
Okie dokie.
I'm afraid of what I might dream.
Yeah, that's a fear.
Choo choo. Ahem.
Bruh. Okay, so nothing went down in this room apparently. Hi, Paul. Oh,
I can barely recognize the face of the poor fella. He was beaten to a pulp.
got your head smashed in, my guy. No Cthulhu.
5
Shall be.
cards short of a full house.
Top of my head, Mr. Cthulhu. Something happened here. I think that's annoying.
Never seen knives like this before.
This is annoying.
Hostile for work.
Why don't we take it?
Seems like Prohibition hasn't affected Oakmont too much. So that's what an Innsmouther looks like.
Press to activate Mind's Eye. Oh.
Glenna, Nehri, Glenna, Gebhal, Nugulina.
Speaking the old god tongue. Apparently. Retrocognition. Ooh, okay.
Take this, ape face.
Take this ape face. So this guy is shooting him, and he's pretty happy about it.
Yeah, run!
Yeah, run. Okay. Alright, what do I do here? Retrocognition. Retrocognition allows you to understand events that happened in the past, inspect enough evidence on the scene, and a vision will emerge. Step into it and find all the critical scenes. Mark the scenes in chronological order to gain new evidence. So this is pretty clear. Started over here.
What's happening?
So he
Okay.
started
Let's see what we
levitating.
have here.
He started levitating and speaking Rillian. They panicked. That's one. They ran out into here. Someone attacked Paul.
What's
and then
happening?
this guy shot at Albert. And
Take
then
this, ape face.
now Albert ran out the window after tossing the bookshelf aside, and then this guy
Yeah, run!
When Albert
Chased
Throgmorton
him out.
woke up, he was not himself. He attacked the fishermen, and his hysteria spread to them. When he got wounded, he fled.
Okay, Mind Palace. Alright, so... Oh, I put clues together, so... Throgmorton Innsmouther feud. Lewis shot without warning. As an Innsmouther, Lewis and his people suffered at the hands of the Throgmortons. That could be a reason to hate them. Sudden psychotic outbreak. Albert attacked the fisherman. No. Albert returned unstable. Albert Throgmorton spread some sort of psychotic influence, which made everyone nearby suffer hysteria. Okay. Albert fled when wounded. One fisherman is missing because he chased him. Albert and the fisherman named Lewis fled the scene. After the fight in the house, I can track them using my supernatural sense. Deductions. Clues. Okay. Albert returned to the table. Albert attacked the fisherman. Albert was dangerous and posed a threat to Lewis Flynn and his fellow fishermen. Okay, I don't have anything else. Do I have all... I have... not all of the evidence here.
There was a fierce fight here, but someone tried to flee.
Okay, what evidence am I missing? Really does not seem like I can find this last piece of evidence. Oh, this.
I'm surprised they don't have someone's portrait here.
Oh, it's collected. Okay. Well, that was stupid. Alright. Let's check this boy. Alright.
So the fisherman pursued Albert, even let off a few shots.
Okay, he continued trying to shoot him.
Even though Albert was wounded, he managed to climb that high. Robert wasn't exaggerating when he said he raised him strong. There's something in the pocket.
Lewis, please just give me one more week. I know I owe you, but I'm underwater like everyone else right now. I don't yet have enough stock to operate the bar smoothly with the fuzz snipping about the port, but don't worry, I've struck a nice deal with the proper people and should have a steady supply channel soon. Just one more week and I'll return everything with double interest. Peter. Somebody owes this Lewis guy something.
The blood is fresh. Whomever it belongs to could not have got far.
Stands out. Oh, there's the stupid leaf-placed staircase. Okay. I don't see anything with this door. Let's go in the door.
The door won't budge.
Will it budge now? Indeed.
One fatal round through the forehead. That's no accident. This was deliberate.
Oh, why is there an enemy? There is an enemy. Attack. 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 Okay. Attack. 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 Okay. Dead. Are you dead? You are dead. Okay. Is there anything to pick up on in here? Okay. My sanity's dropping. I should walk out of here. Okay, my sanity's no longer dropping. Mind Palace. Lewis at the crime scene. Bar owners indebted to Lewis. Lewis may be at the bar. Okay, I don't have anything to tie that to. Let's go to the bar. Okay, we're all evidence so far. ¿Dónde está la biblioteca? And by that I mean the bar. Under the keel bar. Okay. Here we are. What's up?
Stay alert.
Monsters lurk underground. They're everywhere.
Ugh, I'll miss the carpenter's food giveaway with this darn port closure.
Sorry, before I speak to you, shopkeep, I have to raid your house. This is the law of video games.
Welcome to Under the Keel. What do you want?
I need
I'm
to find
looking for
Louis
a man
Flynn.
by the name of Louis Flynn. Any chance he's here?
Yeah. Even if I knew, I don't rat to newcomers.
As it happens, I know you owe a debt to Mr. Flynn. Trouble is, I found your note near the dead body of Albert Throgmorton, son of Robert. So, it seems Louis is in trouble. Might have even come here to hide. But you hand him over and he won't be back to collect what you owe. Get me?
Drock. That would explain the blood.
What does Drock
Fine.
mean?
If it gets me out of
Damn.
this mess, you can have him.
So,
He's upstairs. Here's the key. You gotta promise to deal with him once and for all. But save the shooting for outside, huh?
smart man. There's your good deed for the day. I've seen some unsettling creatures around. Like nothing I've ever encountered. What are they?
So you met a wild beast, newcomer. No one knows what they are.
Close to
Consider
wildebeest,
yourself
but
lucky to
very
still
not.
be in one piece. They arrived in the flood. Some say they come from the sea. Others that they are Kay's punishment for us.
I would say they come from the sea.
And what do you say?
If it bleeds, you can kill it. Keep your gun handy. And if you want to erase the memory, I sell a perfect cure right here. Remember, better to be a coward and live than brave and dead. Unless you're a newcomer.
Alright. As what the fuck are you?
Come closer, troubled soul. Let me tell you what your future holds.
You're some kind of, fortune teller?
Yes, my dear, yes. Oh, it's so clear. Your path holds many surprises, newcomer.
Really? Like what?
Not so fast, newcomer. I see many things. For a small fee, I'll tell you some of them.
Alright, how much? $1?
Your money has no value here, newcomer. After the flood, Oakmonters deal in the practical. Booze, smokes, and bullets. And I'll make it easier for you. I don't smoke.
So booze and bullets. This could give me hints about the game, but that's precious ammo. I'll go for
Let's
hints.
hear what my future holds.
Good. Let me focus. The sea will be generous in the coming days. Many gifts delivered, and many will regret partaking.
Don't eat
I don't
fish.
think I follow.
I see old and new. A hard heart against an iron will. Whoever wins, you win too. But you'll only see that from inside a metal cage. And tall pillars circled
I
by
get
the
arrested?
dead. A race from one to the next as time itself laughs.
Thank you. I'll keep that in mind.
You are welcome. I can't wait to see what you do.
Tempting fate. Well, I gave a pistol round for that, so don't eat fish in the coming days. It's probably a good idea. What does this drunk guy have to say?
What the? Get the... Oh.
About what I expected. He's getting drunk. Nothing to inspect here. I'm gonna guess my quarry is through this door. What up, bitch?
Hey, who are you? What are you doing?
Oh.
Charles Reed, private
Oh,
investigator.
God. So
Mr.
we got
Throgmorton
monkey
hired me to
people and
find
we
his
got
son
fish
Albert,
people.
so
Interesting.
I think you know why I'm here.
Ugh. That darn bartender. It was all that crazy ape's fault.
Those scales.
You hear me?
Calm down. I only want to speak, for now. But no, if you reach for your gun, you'll hit the floor faster than you can say poetic justice.
I got nothing to hide.
Start at the beginning. What happened?
We were in our house, me, Paul, and Will. Barry'd gone to the sea. Though I told him that it would only bring bad luck. If he'd listened to me, we'd all still be alive.
Come on, Lewis. Focus.
Right. Well, Barry dragged that damn ape to our house. He was bragging about how much Mr. Throgmorton would give us for saving his son. But that ape, he was out cold. Then woke in an instant and started screaming, attacking us. After that, can't remember a thing.
You shot to kill. No warning, no second chances. You pursued Albert even after he fled. Why?
I can't remember it. When he woke, it was like a bloody mist descended over me. First thing I recall after is that darn warehouse and me covered in blood. I had no idea what happened, though. I suspected it had something to do with that ape. Turns out, I was right.
The things you did to Albert don't look like a bloody rage. A fatal shot to the head, a hidden body. One might start to wonder if it was deliberate.
I don't know what to say. I wasn't myself.
I hear there's a bit of a feud between the Innsmouthers and the Throgmortons. Care to fill me in?
Those apes hated us from the moment we arrived in Oakmont. Our home was destroyed. We just needed a place to stay. The Blackwood Grand family sheltered us, but others were not as hospitable. We needed jobs, food, and medicine. The city denied it all.
And so?
We had to fight for every crumb of bread. And those Throgmortons in their high castle only made our life harder. Always conspiring behind our backs. Always setting people against us. I'd love to see them suffer like we suffered.
That's aggressive.
You mentioned a grand family. What do you mean?
So you're a newcomer, huh? Explains a lot.
Yeah, a newcomer with a gun. Answer the question.
Okay. People here are crazy about bloodlines and tradition and reputation. The head honchos of Oakmont are called the Grand Families. There's the Carpenters, who control most of the city's underworld. The Blackwoods, who share kin with Innsmouthers through the Marsh family.
And let me guess,
Blackwoods
the
are fish
Throgmortons.
people.
Right,
Throgmortons
those
are
filthy
monkeys.
apes. Now that most of the Blackwoods are gone, there's nobody left to protect us Innsmouthers.
I think I've got all I need.
Please, Mr. Reed, don't tell Throgmorton about me. I know I'm in no position to ask. I didn't want to do whatever it is I did. Honest, have mercy, please. I have a family. Without me, they'll starve.
This is not exactly cut and dry. I need some time to think.
Perhaps I can offer something to grease your grinds. I still have a few bullets on me.
Okay.
It turns out I arrived here unprepared for business. You give me a little something to get started, and my lips are sealed.
I knew you'd understand. Here you are, Mr. Reed.
Oh, give me 4 bullets. Now, go to the Mind Palace. Okay. So I have to choose. Alright. So, on one side, Lewis was mentally affected. This is true. Everybody was mentally affected, including Albert. Everybody was aggressive. Actually, no. The other fishermen weren't aggressive. Only Lewis was. You said you had a family, but you live with the 3 fishermen and no one else? You don't have your wife or kid with you, so where's your family? It was a hidden body with 1 shot to the head. He may have been mentally affected, but he hates the Throgmortons. Can't stand them. He says he wants to see them suffer. He was the only fisherman that made chase or was aggressive against Albert at all. He says he has a family, but they're nobody to be found, and he lives alone with 3 other fishermen. I don't trust this guy in this, and he bribed me. Psychic influence or not, Lewis was out to murder Albert. He had a motive too, the mutual hatred between the Throgmortons. I must tell Robert the truth and bring murderer to justice. Agreed. Alright, thanks for the money. I'm gonna go get you killed. Asshole. If this comes back to bite me later, I'll put a bullet in your head. How about that?
Don't do that again.
You want a drink?
No, I can't order a drink. Well, I'm about to get a guy killed, so... Yeah, I don't believe him. There's too many gaps in his story. I want to have mercy, but at the same time, there are so many gaps I can't trust him.
Mr. Throgmorton, I'm afraid I have bad news.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I found your son in the basement of a nearby warehouse. I'm sorry, but he was murdered. Shot in the head and the body hidden.
No. It cannot be true. No, no, no. I don't believe it. No.
I've tracked down your son's murderer.
Where? Who is he?
And just as I suspected, the Innsmouther Lewis is responsible for your son's murder. He's hiding at the local bar. Just ask the bartender. Seems like he had a bone to pick with your family and took it out on Albert.
Oh, that scum won't be getting off easy. The whole city shall see what happens when you cross the Throgmortons. Justice, bittersweet as it is, shall be served. It's rare for a newcomer to make himself so useful. Thank you.
I don't like how
Mr.
the
Throgmorton,
way these people
I hate to
treat
press you,
the
but
fish
do you think you
people.
could help me now?
Yes, you've earned it.
That Lewis guy was not innocent
I'm a
in
barely
the
off a
slightest.
boat. Solves a crime the police couldn't, but I digress. Remind me, what brought you to Oakmont?
I'm looking into an outbreak of erratic behavior and madness, all linked to shared visions of this place.
Indeed. Then our goals align. This inexplicable hysteria has spread through Oakmont after the flood. I funded an expedition to explore recent geological activity that may be responsible.
A geological expedition? I'm not sure I follow.
I have reason to believe the flood and this madness have the same source. As above, so below. So I sent men to find out.
Do these cases of hysteria involve shared visions as well?
Since the flood, many Oakmonters have had similar nightmares. Indeed, Professor Doe, the expedition leader, complained of them herself.
Waterlogged ruins with unnatural architecture, a sleeping giant, drowned streets, and a voice calling from the depths.
Her words exactly. She proposed the expedition, desperately wanting to find the cause.
You mentioned the flood. You think it's more than just a natural disaster?
You weren't here, Mr. Reed. What happened defied scientific explanation.
Has your expedition found anything?
I do not know. Albert was part of it. His passing cannot be coincidence. Why was he alone at the port? And where are the others?
You think your son was killed because the expedition uncovered something?
Is it so hard to believe? I had no news for a week, then Albert, the only one I could trust, comes ashore and is killed.
It does sound suspicious.
Mr. Reed, I want you to find out what's going on. I expect you're as
he got
interested in the
some
expedition's
madman's
results
knowledge
as I am.
from seeing too much. Got that insight.
If I'm going to look into this, I'll need to know more. Where should I start?
I'll give you the address of the expedition's headquarters and a key.
That's all you can tell me?
Let me be clear, Reed. You do not speak to me like that again.
I'm sorry, Mr. Throckmorton. I just meant the more I know, the better.
I am a busy man. I funded the research, but left all preparations to Professor Doe and Albert. When you've finished, come see me at the Throgmorton family manor. It's in Old Grove. Here, I'll show you.
What about my expenses?
They will be reimbursed after you complete your task. And of course, you've earned some compensation for your work here at the port. I'll also include a fair advance in bullets.
Bullets?
The dollar lost its use here, Mr. Reed. After the flood, Oakmont returned to bartering. Bullets mean more than bills.
Oh. I got a lot of stuff. Skills. Okay. Carry some pistol around. Boost the death slowly regenerate a limited amount of health for one last fighting chance. Carry up to 25 pieces of any crafting material. Earn more experience and stay safe for slightly longer. Yeah, that's not the best thing to acquire at the moment. Okay. Lore. Okay. I'm running out of time here, so I'm going to probably end this here in a second. Go through Grimhaven. Cutscene. That's not natural. Art style in the cutscenes is actually not as good as what's in the actual game. Did I just fall asleep standing up? Oh, please, no elevator. I'm at the hotel. I guess I made it to the hotel before falling asleep. Alright. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and end this here then. See how this turns out.